I can deal with this.
Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So before us, as you can see, we have got a Citroen C1 and it's purring lovely. But sometimes your Citroen C1 or your Aygo or your 107 or any car, in fact, this isn't specific to the bugs, it's any car. And sometimes it might not be purring nicely and it could be something really simple. And that simple thing could be an air leak on the intake. So if you look at how an engine works, it sucks air in through the airbox, through the throttle body, into the inlet manifold, into the engine, burns it and pumps out the exhaust. And it needs to know how much air it's got in the inlet manifold. Now, I don't know if you notice, but this is ticking over a little bit faster now because I have introduced an air leak to it, so then we can find it together. But this car works off a map sensor, not a map sensor, so it's not actually getting unmetered air, so it's not running as erratically as some cars do when you have an air leak. If I make the air leak worse, then it'll just rev up. It's just like opening the throttle, but it's not getting the input on the throttle position sensor to add the correct amount of fuel to match that. So anyway, how do we find the air leak? I've rattled on long enough. Well, this is where we come to this. You can sometimes just hear it. In fact, I can just hear it. But I'm going to try and show how to find it if it's a smaller air leak that you can't hear. So first I need to take this off. I don't need to take this off, but I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to point out some places where yours could actually be leaking from. Nice and carefully remove that. Yes. So around here, for instance, you could have a leak from your injector seals because they fit onto the inlet manifold and they have like a little rubber seat where it fits onto, so that could be. Let's check the simple way of checking is you got brake parts cleaner and just gently spray a bit in the area where you suspect it might be leaking. If it does have any effect, interesting, but the chances are you've got an air leak in that location. You've got to be careful on these because when you've got the airbox and everything off, this is open and it can suck the brake cleaner into there like this, and then it will give you a false reading because it will affect how the engine's running, and you've not sprayed it in the place where the leak is. So another place it can cause a leak is around the bottom of the throttle body. Once again, you need to be very careful when testing this location because you can quite easily spray it into the intake as I just did. But where's mine leaking from? Yes. And this is what I was saying about an erotic idle, you see. Now I had this stuck on here to minimise the leak, to make it more realistic. It actually fits on there, but if that comes off completely, then we do get an erotic idle. So let's put that back on. Let's get rid of the leak that I've created for the purpose of this video, you see, what I do for my viewers. And it is nicely ticking over, as it should be again. And then leaks. So, down this middle injector, I mean I've had these out a few times, so there's a chance that the seals in these could be leaking slightly, but I don't even notice it. If we spray it down here, and it has much an effect on how the car ticks over, then that is indicating the leak. The other place where you can have leaks, obviously, you've got an inlet manifold with joints into the head, which is also around the same sort of area there. That's another place where you can get leaks. But I think we've actually fixed this. That wasn't broken before I started, that I brought for the purpose of this video. We've actually managed to fix it, so we've done well. Not a very long video, not a particularly good video, but I have tried to explain this. How to search for an air leak on a car is something that I regularly get well, try and explain to people. So if I've got a little video of it to show people, then I don't need to type a load of shit out on Facebook. Anyway, I think that's all for this one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.